to all you beautiful people out there. My name is Trigger Happy, also known as Cloud or Cloudtrix on the internet, and today we have another review for this channel. But it's a very special one because it's the first online game review on this channel. Very good. Okay. So, the game that we are going to be covering is Among Us. This game was released in 2018, but it gained large amounts of popularity in this year of 2020. And before we get into the review, a few things have changed. As you can see, I have a chair. I have a proper chair now. This is actually a very cool chair. Okay, so this is actually the third chair that's been here. The first one was a foldable metal lawn chair. You probably know which ones. The second one was also a gaming chair, but it's designed more for consoles, so it was tilted back a ton, and it was really uncomfortable, especially for school and stuff like that. And also, I can now do this! I know, right? It's so epic and useless! I'm just kidding, that's actually really cool. Ow. Ouch. Okay, well, whatever. Sorry, I'm kind of going off track. What else? There might be character stills, you know, like a weird cartoony drawing of me. That'll occasionally pop up. Maybe not. Probably not, but it'll probably be edited in right here, whether I have them or not. Wow. That's epic. Well, whatever. I think that's all I have to say. So let's just jump into the game.
Okay, so here we are at the main screen, and as you can see, I click on online because that's basically the only way to play. Local play is basically irrelevant. And I by chance, immediately joined a game. That was completely by chance. I think it was like a 9 out of 10. I'm not really sure. Okay, so as you can see, the round started and I got a crewmate. Now, I don't really like a crewmate. And before the clip actually fully plays out, I'm sorry for the dry commentary. There's not much to commentate on. So I went over to navigation to do a task, and as you can see in the top left corner it says total tasks completed, and okay, that's to show how many tasks have been completed, obviously, and the amount of tasks that have been completed directly correlates to how fast you win. If all tasks are completed before the imposter outnumbers the amount of crewmates, then you win. If you successfully kick out all imposters, you win. Okay. So at this point, I was about to go to admin. I was going to admin because one game I was doing the swipe card task last, and as you can see, I goofed up a few times. Like I goofed up a bit, but it's gone to the point where I can basically do it first try. And I was gonna go to electrical, but go to electrical last always. That's a good strategy because the imposter is usually, not always, but sometimes usually hanging out around there, because then they can, you know, sabotage the lights, keeping people from seeing as much, and you know that's really bad. So I was over there doing my tasks, and I don't really like the electrical tasks. They take way too long to complete. They're like 2 to 3 part tasks. And okay, as you can see, the dead body was reported over by, I think, cafeteria. I'm not sure. And as you can see, my bad spelling. And this fuck was just being retarded and didn't actually say where the body was. And yeah, he didn't say where the body is. Okay, except when he did. You know, that's kind of suspicious. Okay, for me to say that I was an electrical is probably pretty bad because I could have killed him and then vented away. But whatever. So I think it was Brown, since he said that. I can't really remember. This clip was recorded like a week ago. Like, Brown said that. Oh, I did say that. Okay, my bad. I can't spell, as you can see. But no, it wasn't Brown. I saw him actually take out garbage, which is a really easy task to show your innocence, because you can do the task and it'll actually show the garbage flowing out of the ship. So you can show your innocence along with the prime shields and do medbay scan, unless it's in hard mode, which I never set it to because it makes it harder, as the name implies. But okay. And this guy said a racial slur, and I said to skip for now, which is a bad move. Never say that unless you're absolutely sure that imposter hasn't been shown. Never say to skip. It makes you look suspicious. And I know people were getting mad at me because I took a while to vote, but no, it was Pink. I think he was AFK. Okay, well, whatever, as you can see with my horrible spelling. But no one was ejected because everybody skipped the task. Okay, so I went over to do my tasks because, you know, I wanted to win. Spoiler alert, we didn't. Oh yeah, I actually went with this guy to see him do task, and I was going to call an emergency meeting because he faked the task, I think. No, he didn't, but I thought that he faked the task, and that's a part of this game where I goofed. I thought that he faked tasks, which he hadn't, and we almost died by oxygen depletion. I don't know if that's the right term for it. So I went over to storage to see if this guy would actually do his task. And so there I was, and only White was there, which, you know, I saw him clear garbage, so I know that he's innocent, and that's good. You have to know who's innocent and who is acting kind of suspicious, and I was waiting for him to do task, and so I went over to cafeteria to call the emergency meeting, because, and emergency meetings are kind of the worst. They suck. And so as you can see, Green just said that Brown is quote unquote sus, and that's very common language to use in this game. You call them suspicious. Sus is just shorter. And like he said, cafeteria garbage, not storage. Which, then why would he stand in storage when the oxygen was depleting, if you go back? Okay, but he was acting really suspicious. And then I said the worst thing I said this entire match, which... And I said that, which is a horrible thing to say. Like, of course, you have to say that every so often if you know or you're certain that it's somebody. But I goofed up. I said if it's not him, then vote for me, because I was certain that he was. And then I thought, and then as you can see, my horrible spelling. And then I thought that it was also Green. Wait, oh. Then I thought that it was Green, which, you know, makes sense. But he wasn't, because he was, you know, defending Brown. But whatever, it doesn't really matter. And so, yeah, I went to finally do my task, or a part of my tasks. Because electrical tasks, they take 2 to 3 parts usually, but thankfully it was right there, so it wouldn't take so long. And as you can see, I'm just doing my tasks. This is really boring commentary, I'm sorry. And so then I had to go to engine, then reactor, so it kind of all worked out. And I remember that I went down to storage to see if Brown actually did his task, and he was there. Of course he was. And he did actually do the task, and then I felt really bad for a few seconds, because I thought, oh damn it, I made this guy seem suspicious. But no, it's good. Okay, so I went to upper engine, and then, okay, I forgot this was here. Um. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so light blue is being somewhat unadvertiser friendly, and then I felt really bad that he was getting blamed, but uh, it is what it is. And yeah, okay. So I pressed skip, but I think Brown actually got kicked. He was getting kind of angry. I think. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be rage or a joke, but no. Okay, but that guy was kind of funny. He made some pretty funny goofs, some pretty funny gaffes, some funny jokes, and he wasn't actually an imposter. So everybody just kind of felt dumb. And yeah, okay. So I was going over to, you know, do the wiring task or electrical tasks just to finish them and to finish my tasks. And yeah, it was red. I had a suspicion that it was him at one point. And I was actually right. And I was doing that task, which I hate because it takes forever. And yeah, okay. And if I remember correctly, I died here. But I'm not really sure. Okay. So then I think they vote me out. And people were just calling so many emergency meetings that the clip just lasted longer. And yeah, then they blamed me because I did say, if not me, if not Brown, then me, because I was sure that it was. And this guy was just shifting blame left and right, and it made me kind of suspicious of him. So I decided to use his own strategy against him, to just say a random color. Okay, I forgot that Blue said that. He wasn't actually an imposter. And then they decided to vote me out. And then this guy, Cyan, was just saying random colors. Just to, or people that were already dead. It's stupid. Or, I don't know, dude. And then I think I got kicked out here. And as you can see, my horrible spelling. Kicked out Cyan. He was actually an imposter. I did not know that. I think we got that by accident, but no, the other imposter was red. As you can see, he was following me for a second, but then took it back. Then here I failed the start reactor task, which was annoying. Okay, because you actually have to keep track of the shapes when an emergency meeting is called, and I knew that I wouldn't actually make it, but that would put suspicion on me because I couldn't make it to oxygen, and it was just me being dumb. But it's fine, and we actually almost died to the oxygen failure. At this point, I was getting kind of bored of that task, so I pulled out my phone for a bit to watch videos while I waited, but which made the task go longer. But whatever, it's fine. It'd be like that sometimes, And then Red called an emergency meeting, and he blamed me. And so I just said the logical thing and said why, like why call the emergency meeting? And then I asked why again, like with the proof against me. But at this point, it was pointless. They were gonna vote me out anyway. And then I said that they're gonna look stupid because they are. They did. They looked dumb as dum-dums. And so I decided, well, there's nothing that I can do now, so I just decided to skip. But it was actually red. I was right. They voted me out, and red won. Kind of a sad ending to this clip, but it is what it is. Or, no, I think he had to kill one more person. Yeah, he had to kill one more person. And so I said in ghost chat, who's the imposter? Because I was actually curious. But no, it ended up just being red. And unlike what you'd think, it wasn't actually pink, it was red. I can say this from the future of recording this clip. And that's the unlock manifolds task, and yeah, red one. But what can you expect? A public Among Us game. But let's jump into that intermission. I have another one. So see you later, fools.
Okay, so that was just a normal match of Among Us, and it was pretty fun. Took a bit too long to finish, and some people in it were really, really dumb. But that's fine, whatever. Just like in the Grimm's Hollow review that I did last month, which you should definitely check out. Do it. It's up in up in the corner. Do it. I need views, please. Well, just like in that, I'm doing a very special thing where I recorded a thing of me playing imposter, where I win. It's a very short clip. It's not that long. There might be commentary over it. I don't know. I'll edit in if there will be commentary over it. Yeah, okay. But, so I guess that's all I have to say for this bit. And, yeah, well, let's just jump into that.
Okay, so here we are in the main lobby, and there's 9 people out of 10. And as you can see, I'm just waiting for people to start. I'm the orange one with the person sitting on his head. Okay. And so I put in the chat, oh, started please. And so I did. And then a few seconds afterwards, the host of the game started it. And as you're going to see in 1 second, I actually got imposter right there. Okay. And that's a really good thing. Well, for me mostly, because I really like to play imposter. And so I was going over there to, fake the task, which is a thing that you can do. It's not an actual thing that you can do, but it's a thing that makes it seem like you did the task and removes suspicion from you. And so there I was, and I went over to admin to fake swiping the card, and as you can see at the top left corner, it says total tasks completed. I just stand there until the bar goes up, so it seems that I actually did it. And, it's pretty sneaky on my part. I sabotage the doors on electrical, just so that if anybody's in there, they can't get out or see me vent. Okay, so I saw that guy was there and decided, I was speculating whether to kill him or not. But as you can see, the kill button doesn't actually reset until after you vented. And so I decided to vent out into upper engine. While, yes, I did kill him in reactor, that would give me some suspicion. They could have said, like, oh, he vented away. But no, I did actually know that White was, imposter because he's my teammate. And so I really hate doing this. I really hate voting for my teammate because it makes it harder for me, and it takes away the fun for them. It's something that I don't really like to do, but if I have to make myself seem less suspicious, then I'll do it. Okay, so as you can see, he gets kicked out of the spaceship, and it says that he was an imposter. And so yeah, I was feeling pretty nervous at this point because, I was by myself, and I really hate doing that because it takes away the fun for other people, and I hate when people do that to me. So yeah. And my teammate locked me in there just to be annoying, because once you die, you turn into a ghost, and it still lets you sabotage or do tasks. And this guy was being pretty annoying, and I was scared for a second because I thought that they saw me vent and I would lose. But then I actually vented, or went into the vent the second before they reported it. Okay, so they actually blamed yellow for it, and so I said that I was in security because I was. I was. And that kind of put blame on me. it wasn't the best scenario, but what a thing in this game you can do is self-report, which is the thing that some people will do to make it seem like, oh, I found this body instead of just I killed him in cold blood. And I actually thought that this guy saw me vent, and I was scared for a second, but he didn't because he's dumb. And okay, so we decided to vote against yellow, and then I think red. I'm not really sure. I was thinking of like putting yellow in chat, but then that would put suspicion on me. But no, we actually just kicked him out. It wasn't that bad. That was an easy double kill right there. And yeah, okay, so then I went over to Medbay, I believe. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. So oh yeah, I was thinking to do the unlock manifolds task, which you just have to press buttons in an order. And a good strategy for this game is to always know where the nearest vent is, especially if you're imposter, because that way you can, just vent away if it's ever needed. And so I sabotaged lights just so that I could fix them, and then that was a very risky move on my part. I killed him right there when lights were on, and that's kind of bad, because if people are going over to electricity to report the body or to fix the lights, and they just see you kill somebody, it's kind of suspicious, and in this game you have to try and act as crewmate like as possible, especially if you're imposter. And like Pink at that point was being kind of annoying because he was just calling meetings. And okay, that scared me for a second because they voted for me, and that scared me because, oh crap. But whatever, no one was ejected because there was a tie, and then Pink couldn't call out any more meetings, so I was in the safe for a while. And okay, and I have no idea why they voted for me. Like, I was acting non-suspiciously, and that's another risky move, is you wait for people to come to electrical, but you vibe out back there, because then it makes you harder to see. Or, no, it literally makes you impossible to see, especially with the lights off. So, when you see somebody turn lights back on, or when it says it in the top left, I just waited, and that was another risky move on my part. I was not playing this game smart. And okay, so I decided to go for Pink, and my teammate actually came in clutch, because he actually sabotaged the door so that Pink couldn't escape, and that was actually a really helpful move. I think it was just doing it to spite me, but he still helped me, and I don't know. Okay, so then as you can see, I was going to cafeteria. My teammate sabotaged comms, and that's fine, and boom, I won because I killed somebody that was going on their way to comms. And if you outnumber the amount of players or the amount of crewmates as an imposter, you win. And well, let's just jump back into camera view and go into the review.
Okay, so after that, great gameplay of me playing imposter, as you can tell, I'm very good at playing imposter. We're finally in the final part, the review! The actual very important part of the video. So let's just reach for the eggplant. Firmly grasp the eggplant. It's finally returning. I can't remember if I used it last video. But whatever, who cares? This is just a rating system. It's like Rotten Tomatoes, but worse. I don't really have to explain it, do I? I'm not going to. So there are a few things that I like to point out, such as gameplay, music, aesthetic, and there are a few one-off things like how does it feel to play imposter? Stuff like that, just... Okay, so, for gameplay, I'm gonna give it a solid 7 out of 10 eggplants. Okay, the gameplay, it's the reason why most people come to play the game. It's a very solid game, because while it may not, while after a while, after a few after like 6 or so games, it can get a bit boring, especially if that entire streak you just go playing crewmate. It can get boring because once you finish all your tasks as crewmate, you just have nothing to do. But if you're playing imposter, that's a different story. There was one time where I got imposter 2 in a row with the same person. Like, it was me and this other person 2 times in a row. It was pretty cool, actually. We won both of those games, I think. What else? So yeah, not much to say there. It's solid gameplay. Not the best gameplay, but it's pretty good. Music. I'll give it a 5 out of 10 because there really isn't music in this game. Like, there's the main screen at the beginning that has loud wind noises. I'm starting to notice a recurring theme of loud wind in these past 2 videos. I wonder why. Oh well. Music, 5 out of 10 eggplants. There's really nothing to point out. There is the part where it shows that a dead body's been reported or a meeting has been called. I like that music. I don't really know how to explain it. It might be edited in right now. I don't know, you tell me. I'm recording this before editing. Well, whatever. That might be playing right now. It might not be. But, it's very good. That's very good. The winning and losing themes are fine. They're alright. They're fine. Okay, what else? Okay. Aesthetic. It's very cool. It's a good aesthetic. You know, it's not too. It oversimplifies things, but in a good way. It doesn't try anything too out of the norm, but it doesn't stay boxed in, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't try too hard to fit in. It tries sort of to be outside the box. I don't know if that made any sense, but for aesthetic, I'm gonna give it a nice, solid 8 out of 10 eggplants. What else? Okay, oh, wait, I just remembered this. Because this is an online game, I can actually talk about something else that isn't those 3 points. Wait, but first, let's talk about the story. There is none. What did you expect? It's Among Us. Did you think that I was going to uncover some deep lore? No, of course not. Story not applicable. But whatever. I get to talk about something important or something cool. I get to talk about playing it with friends. I know, right? Playing with friends is a really fun experience. Can't talk. Like, playing with friends is actually really fun. There are parts where, like, just a normal gameplay where you just won't be talking, but then you jump into a meeting, it's just accusation after accusation after accusation. It's so much fun. Now, keep in mind that I've only played with friends like 2 to 3 times, or like, actually like 10-ish times, but okay, if you've ever seen like any big YouTuber or any streamer play this game, you'd know that the emergency meetings can get pretty whack at times. It's actually really cool. I enjoy it. So for friend or multiplayer gameplay, I guess, it gets a 10 out of 10 because it is a really fun game. If you play with friends, you're in for hours and hours of rage and fun. Okay, overall, I give Among Us a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. A solid 8 out of 10 eggplant. It's a really good game. It's helping a lot of people stay sane during the quarantine, including myself. But 8 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and comment if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new. I post every month, except for that break that I had between the Grimm's Hollow review and the Grimm's Hollow review. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. So I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to stay safe. It's crazy outside, so stay